Our fight was the last fight, and then what was your thoughts the second they told? Because me and you were getting along, we're hanging out all the time. We slept next to each other. We were like cooking and shit for each other. What were your thoughts when they said, "Guess what, guys? You two are gonna fight weigh-ins tomorrow or whatever. Fight the next day"? Because that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, just complete psychological screwing with you right there. And that's like, I knew going in, like that's the whole point of reality shows. They fuck with you psychologically and they lie to you and deceive you and all that. So I wasn't thinking we were going to fight because we were planning, strategizing together. But right when they said it, I was like, fucking, I should have known. I should have fucking, yeah. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised they did that. It just psychologically was a challenge, It was a challenge.
What bothered me the most about that was you and, as we saw in the final fight, which was so crazy, one of the best fights, obviously, you and Forrest were very similar in style and the way you fought. And so leading up until the time that we found out we were fighting each other, if you remember, we were working together to fight Forrest and Alex. And so I was training with you to fight Forrest. So like, I was like, you were my Forrest. And so I was like giving you all my, you were seeing all my weaknesses and all my strengths and my strategy to fight Forrest, which ultimately didn't change when I had to fight you because you were basically like Forrest. So like, you kind of like, that's what bothered me the most is like, fuck, I've been like giving him my secrets for the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I was, I was.
You just taking notes?
It was a good Forrest. Yeah, I was thinking Sam too. That's another thing. Sam, when we went on that run up at Turtle Peak and me and him got lost on the way back, no cameras were on us. He was telling me he's sick of being here. Just pick me to fight and I'll fall into a guillotine and, I'll lay down for you. I knew like he couldn't be trusted though. I knew there's no way in a million years he'd ever do that. He'd fight me. So I'm like, fuck, now, like, psychologically, I'm dealing with this, too, Like, so no matter what this motherfucker says to you, if you fight, like, 100%, like, you beat his fucking ass, like, he is not going to lay down. He's fucking a liar, because, Sam, at that point, the cat was out of the bag about him. But I had that was a little psychological warfare too. Okay, Sam, I'll fall into a guillotine. Yep. Kind of playing along with it back in my head, knowing that he was full of shit. Yeah, it was. Looking back on it, it was trying on you mentally more than anything.
Yeah,
well, physically, with the couple of weeks training with Randy and all the being overtrained. Yeah, mentally too, but right doesn't kill you.
And speaking on the guillotine and stuff, so then we fought. Your big ass. I had to fight you, and why didn't you just tap? Like I had you in the deepest guillotine choke in the history of guillotine chokes. You were like purple, and you were like gurgling, and like why didn't you just fucking tap, bro? Like just tap like everybody else, and then I could have fought Forrest in the final, and then it wouldn't have been you and Forrest being in the Hall of Fame. It'd be me.
I just remember thinking too, the whole time we had trained together, fucking, like we had wrestled and trained, done everything, and like I fucking never got guillotined by you, and here I am, the one time it matters. Show.
Dude, I was trying so hard.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was just like, screw it, just go out,
Yeah, obviously you weren't gonna tap.
You had that Adam's apple.
It was my wrist.
Too.
My wrist was in your throat trying to crack your fucking trachea, dude. I was doing everything I could to you were gurgling, bro. You did everything but tap, dude. That's it. You just wouldn't stop.
Gurgles. And the iron, too, is I had never caught you in a triangle the whole time training either.
Yeah.
So like,
we'll get to that.
2 months training, I'm never caught in a guillotine. Here I am in a guillotine, and then a minute later, I got you in a triangle for the first time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that too.
Really weird.
But the thing is, with the guillotine, like it sucked for me because like I had you so tight, and you were gurgling that like I knew you weren't gonna tap. Like I've never been in a position where I knew someone wasn't gonna tap. Like when I got Riggs and other people like that, like I knew they were gonna tap. So I knew you weren't gonna tap, and then that question in my mind was like, shit, man, how long do I have to hold this more, and what do I got to do to make him pass out? Because like I know I'm gonna have to make you pass out at this stage, and that's when like I was trying more. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, buddy?
Say hi. You're on TV. No, hide up the Swick.
Hi.
There you go.
And then like, yeah, as you said, and then we went on after that. I thought things were going good. And then I wanted to finish the round super strong. Had you kind of on the cage. And then I dropped a couple bombs, and boom, you had me in a. I mean, honestly, it was a triangle, but the reason I tapped was because you put me in an arm lock and you popped my arm.
Yeah.
And I knew we had another fight coming up.
I had you in that position. Relax the whole time on the show, and yeah, we went for the guillotine. Then when you pulled, it was remind me of Mark Coleman Minotauro. You know, you pulling up on the triangle, and I.
You got it. Yeah.
But yeah, never that whole time, you know, I never even fucking got you in the triangle, position like that. So weird.
The crazy thing was I tapped obviously because you popped my arm like that, and you don't want a broke arm anyway. And so that was obviously number one. Number two, we knew we had one more fight, so we knew we were going to fight in 2 months or something like that, and all of us were going to get another chance to be in the UFC. So if I broke my arm and didn't fight, then that might be my last opportunity. I would never fight in the UFC. So it wasn't the choke, it was the arm pop that I was worried about, which I thought it was already too late at that point because you did pop it. And then like the crazy thing was, because we were such good friends, once you popped my arm, you just kept going harder. It was like breaking my heart. I was like, dude, like we're friends, bro. Like you popped my arm as I thought you were just gonna let it go, but you made me tap, you know, like I had a tap, and then and then they stopped. I think it was John McCarthy stopped it.
Well, yeah.
I get it, but we were friends, so like it was kind of heartbreaking too. And then and dude, to this day, like 40 something fights for me, like I've had 20 something amateur fights and 20 something pro fights. That is the only, and it was an exhibition fight, thank God it wasn't a pro fight, but that is the only fight I've ever tapped in my life, ever. That's the only time. So I'll never tap from a choke, obviously. I'll go out, like you obviously will. But like you'll go out on a choke, obviously, because you didn't tap on mine. But because the arm lock and because the fight coming up, you're the only person. No. That was a guillotine. Buddy, because you survived, I had to switch and learn the Swick-a-tine, and that's what was smashing people in the UFC. So you taught me that the regular guillotine is not good. I need to add some new like flavor to it. And then I started taking people out.
Motivation for the Swick-a-tine.
It wasn't a loss. It was a learning lesson, dude.
You had a bunch of those. What do you have, like 4 guillotine?
I had 2 back-to-back. Vigno and Joe Riggs back-to-back.